Hey.
Happy Friday, Money Shots fam. Hopefully, everyone had some winners last night. I had a nice little 3-1 night. No thanks to Purdue, but congratulations to TJ and that outright win with a half court shot. Fucking insanity. So if I was gonna lose, that's the way to lose. I mean, with that 12-point cover, at least he got to
Yeah,
have some fun.
if you don't cover, I hope you lose outright. That's a great attitude, Megan. Look, they were up. I didn't end up betting the game. As I told you on the show, I was late to the party on basically everything. So I was like, well, here's my opinion, but I'm not going to back it with my money.
Right.
And I agreed with you on Purdue. And I was checking and I was like, oh, they're up 10, they're up 11. All right, there's a few minutes left. Let's see if they can't make a push here. Didn't even watch it. See TJ's post and I'm going, what happened?
And on that note, I went to bed last night with the Steelers down 16-0, absolutely nothing. And I've
tweeted I thought my under was just going to be nice and easy, one of those.
Well, I tweeted out, I wish I could parlay the Steelers money line with a Jersey Jerry knockout, and obviously the Steelers money line didn't hit, but I'm hoping the second leg of my fake parlay hits tonight, literally and figuratively. Pow, pow, pow. It's fight night. Go ahead and go buy Rough and Rowdy. At the end of the show, Kelly and I are going to just run quickly through the main card with you guys, give you our picks for shits and gigs. But right now, we have some NFL to get to. And let's start off with the Falcons and Panthers. You got the Panthers at home, -3. I am not touching this game. I don't know what Cam Newton I'm going to get. McCaffrey's out for the year. You have Matt Ryan, who, isn't awful, but he's not great. He's just kind of there at this point. I feel like that's what he's just kind of been with the Falcons, just there. Okay, I'm not getting involved. There's a couple of games on my sheet that I drew trash cans next to, and this was one of them.
Trash cans. Okay.
Yeah, just garbage games. So will you be getting involved with Cam Newton and the Panthers, or will you be getting involved?
I just had to open up my Barstool app because I wanted to see. I don't know why it does that with the green screen. Anyway, because I really wanted to see it went to 3. That sucks because I put them in a teaser, which is great because I got them up over a touchdown. Look, this is a Falcons team that has not been great. You mentioned it. Here's Matty Ice. Is he washed up? Is he not washed up? I'm not sure. But what I can tell you is Cam Newton is not back. This team has been terrible as a home short favorite under a field goal. 1-6 of their last 7. How can you not take the Falcons here? The ugly dirty birds just stinks. This line stinks. I did put the Falcons in a teaser at 3. I'll probably bet the Falcons. Don't love either side here. This is purely like one of those situational plays. I really like to fade those home favorites off a loss as just short favorites. The Steelers would have been one of them last night, but I'm glad I stayed off because the Steelers looked tired. So I'm very glad you did cash the first half of your parlay, Megan, because, boy, did they look like dog shit in the first half.
Yeah, I 21 points in the fourth quarter, man. Like, Jesus Christ, big
And if it weren't for Claypool, they could have had a shot to take that game to overtime.
Which I didn't get to see that. Apparently, I need to go back and look at my timeline, but I guess he major fuck up last night and then blamed it on a teammate. Not really sure if that's just a headline that I read.
Not the best look. Megan, I fucked up. It must be all your fault. So that's what I'm going with.
Well, I understand. I got kids. That's usually the type of stuff they say. So let's move on to Ravens-Browns, which is interesting because, they played 2 weeks ago because there was the bye week, and now they're back again. You had the Ravens taking the first one, and now you have the Browns laying 3 at home. I teased the Ravens, and look, this could be a weird game. It's hard to beat a team twice. These two, this is like a Super Bowl game for them every time they play because neither one of them wants to lose to the other team. It's just bragging rights the rest of the year. Obviously, right now, the Ravens have the bragging rights. I'm terrified that Baker could come out and just have a fantastic game because you know that they're able to. They have the roster to do it, but they don't, for whatever reason, seem to ever really click. There were some games, especially like when OBJ was still with them, where they had just chef's kiss. You look at them and you think, wow, this could be a Super Bowl team. And then the next week, they completely shit the bed, pun intended, on the Browns. So as I said, I teased the Ravens. That's the second leg of my teaser or my alt spread parlay with the Steelers. Hopefully we can keep that within a 7.5. Are you getting involved in this game tonight?
So I too teased them. I just looked at the Barstool Sportsbook, they're up to 3 as well. So this is kind of a mind fuck for me because when you bet Wong teasers, you want to go through 3 and 7, Megan, with low total. So this total is 42.5. This is like you said, this is perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I do hate when it goes from 2.5 to 3, though. That means some big time money is on the Browns. I do still think the Ravens will keep it within a touchdown, but something's up with Lamar, and I'm not sure what that is. Look, the bottom line.
Did you bench him this week on your fantasy team?
No, because my option was Big Ben. That's who was on my bench because I've been decimated with injury. We even changed our team name from the KIV curse because I'm done with that shit. And we win this week. We're in the playoffs somehow. We're the number 1 power rated team. We have 300 more points than any other team, and we are 6 and 7. It is just butt ugly. But like I said, we're going to get it done. Justin Jefferson started off hot last night. But yes, Lamar is going to be my quarterback, and I have some concerns because I don't think he's fully healthy. I have some concerns about that defense. Look, Harbaugh went for 2 because he knew his team was too hurt to go to overtime with the Steelers, because not only would that possibly cost them the win, right, when they had the opportunity to win, but also it would carry over to this game. The AFC North, these games are always 3, it feels like. They beat the ever-living crap out of each other. I think it's Ravens or pass for me. I like the Ravens in a teaser. If it dips back down to 2.5, though, as of at 3, I'm just going to stay away. I like the under here. I think this is like totally like 21-17 written all over it or something ridiculous. Just one of those like knockout, drag out type fights.
Well, if you want to listen to Kelly's advice and if you like the Falcons and the Ravens, you can do an alt spread parlay. Go move the stool both down to, where you need them, and you can have a correct type of Wong teaser situation, but in an alt spread parlay there. So up next, and I think I might have heard little birdies whisper to me that this could be KIV's game of the week, which it's the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington football team. You have Heineke playing fucking lights out. They've won 4 straight since beating the Super Bowl Bucks. Man, and then you had Mike McCarthy go and run his mouth and guarantee a win. Man, this sounds like bad news for the Dallas Cowboys. I was looking at the Washington football team plus the 4.5. Then I read all of this Dak off of a bye, Dak with rest, kind of made me stay off of it. But Miss Stewart, is this your game of the week?
It is. This is Dallas. You mentioned that they're off of a bye, but this is still their 3rd straight road game. This is a Dallas Cowboys team that I'd like to give a little bit of credit before I bash them, and that is because their defense is a lot better than I gave them credit for. Dan Quinn doing a great job his first year. If you remember, he was the defensive coordinator when Seattle had that powerhouse defense. So I do think they're going to start to improve throughout the years, but I would say they did a big step up from last year. But they're still not that great, especially on the road. They're giving up 372 yards per game. This is a game I've had circled for months. Megan, if you remember, I did all those 32 NFL games, and Washington football team was my number 1. I like them over 8.5 wins. I like them to win the NFC East. I like all these things about them. Boom, Ryan Fitzpatrick gets hurt right away, and I'm like, well, guess I quit. And, because those things are going to happen. But you mentioned Heineke's doing excellent this last 4 games. Only 2 interceptions. This is a Washington football team that is going to fight tooth and nail to win this football game. I understand we got some comments in here. Washington has a horrible pass defense. I understand that they, after losing Chase Young, are going to be not great against the pass, but they are going to punch the Dallas Cowboys in the mouth. This is how this team plays. They own the time of possession, Megan. This is what they're going to do. They're going to bleed the Dallas Cowboys out. It takes them like over 4 minutes to score. As long as we don't have a situation like we did in Green Bay, which was the most ridiculous red zone offense I've ever seen in my life for 4 quarters, we're going to be okay. They're going to get the game done for us. The end.
All right, so that is Kelly's game of the week. As I said, Washington football team, it's still, I'm looking at, I think it's still plus, you got it plus 4.5. Is that what you took it at as well?
Yes.
Okay, and it's still at 4.5 at minus 112 at the Barstool Sportsbook. Move on to Jags Titans. I don't have a play in this game. I don't think the Titans should be laying 9 right now. That's just me personally. I literally have, I'm sorry, it's 7.5. I thought I saw it at 9 earlier. That's a lie.
It is dropped. And I've considered putting them in a teaser, but that always scares me. It was, I do believe, an open 9, Megan. This is a tough game. Like,
I thought it did. I thought.
Do you want to back the Jags? I mean, the Jags just got worked by the Rams.
No, thank
They're
you.
back on the road with this Titans team off a bye, but without Derrick Henry, I can't trust this Titans offense, right? He is literally what gets that engine going.
Yep.
And since he's been hurt, I think he's going to be back in a couple of weeks. I do still think the Titans will win the AFC South, but for me, this is just a total pass type game. I think that's the best thing to do here because I'd like to see a little bit more from the Titans before I'm willing to back them with my money with that kind of chalk.
Totally understand. And on to, well, we're speaking of chalk. I haven't laid a ton of chalk this season as far as NFL, and I'm doing it this week and a little reluctantly because it's with the Chiefs. I'm laying the 9. They're back at Arrowhead. Last time they played at Arrowhead against the Raiders, which was 2 games ago. They lost. John Gruden did a victory lap around Arrowhead. Look, this Raiders team is decimated right now. I mean, they have so many injuries. They're still in shambles. We don't know whether Waller's even going to play this week. I think Kansas City right now this is the time to bet them. And like, I could absolutely get brought back to reality here. As long as fucking Jackson Mahomes stays home, I think that we're going to get this cover over the Raiders. And I like the 9 here.
God, he's the worst. This is my one problem. Is Kansas City back? Are they poised to make a Super Bowl run? Absolutely.
No, I don't think they are. I mean, I don't think they're back. I think that then Super Bowl.
I think they're back from where we saw them like week 5 when we thought they were dead.
I think they're coming closer to form. And as far as that goes, I feel like they should be able, if Kansas City in true form, should be able to cover 9 over the Raiders. And that's just, okay, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, you're fine. My biggest concern here is the Chiefs defense has been playing a lot better. Who couldn't look any worse than the Raiders this last month and a half? Like, I feel like it's been like 6 or 7 weeks. The Raiders, after firing Gruden, everything that's gone on outside of that locker room, they couldn't have looked any worse. And I leaned watching football team last week and I was like, good. I don't know if I'm ready to back this team on the road with it. This one team looks really high. One team looks really low. The Raiders just look terrible. I'm not saying back the Raiders here. I just know the Chiefs have been terrible as double-digit favorites. Now that that's fallen under because somebody bet Vegas plus 10, I do have to look towards the Chiefs. Raiders just they're in a world of hurt right now. I do lean towards the under here. I could easily see this being like a 28-14 type game where you get the cover as the Chiefs backer and the under hits. That's what makes sense to me. Ben Moore agrees. He says he likes the Kansas City Vegas under. I think that's the way to go in this one because I don't really still trust the Chiefs fully yet. I made a comment.
I could get my shit pushed in. Like, I could be completely wrong, but I'm finally willing to do it. Like, I have bet on Kansas City in teasers this year and then maybe one straight bet. This is the first time I'm willing to bet Kansas City and with 9. I'm kind of like, fuck, but I think we'll be all right. I think we're going to be all right.
I think it's a Kansas City team that should be able to get it done. We'll see. I feel like I made a comment about Daniel Sorensen a couple of weeks ago and how every team should be exploiting him. And then now, since then, he's gotten like 2 interceptions and a pick 6. And I'm like, fuck me, right? So who knows? Maybe he's poised for giving up a big play and the back door is wide open and you can break your TV. But I highly doubt it. This defense is playing better as of late.
I just really want. Now that I'm back on my computer, I can see comments, and this one really got me. Do they ever take their tops off? I can't understand why we're listening to women gambling advice in men's t-shirts. No, we don't take our tops off.
Positive vibes only, bro. I got negative vibes only coming shirts as well.
And also, this is not a men's. Like myself. This isn't men's today. It's small. So
this is definitely a women's shirt. Usually, but no, I don't take my top off for anything less than $100,000. So if you got some money, I'll send you my PayPal and we can talk.
Heard that. Speaking of, I was trying to get a good roll off of that one. But I can't. We can. Saints Jets. We've taken our top off. We're not in New Orleans. We're at the Jets, but the Saints are laying 5.5. This is another game that I drew a trash can next to.
It is
because I honestly want nothing to do with it. The Jets could win outright. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Saints right now. Kamara might be healthy. I think that they might be cashing it in for the year. I don't think that they're doing anything spectacular for the rest of the year, and that's just in my humble New Orleans, Louisiana opinion.
Ugh. I don't know what to make of this Jets team, Megan. I think that's my biggest problem here. Last week I didn't watch any of this game. I had no action on this game. My good buddy Joe had bet the Jets in a contest and was like, cheer for the Jets. Here we are.
Boys, let's put all of our money together.
There you go. They're just so easily entertained. I can't understand the simplicity of men. As much as every day of my life, I'm like, I've got men figured out. I have no fucking clue. And that's just the honest to God truth. And that is how I feel about this game, Megan. You got the Jets who looked good in the first half last week. Like, okay, now they didn't game plan for Gardner Minshew. That's who they got. And what happened in the second half? Absolutely nothing. I think the Jets are a very dysfunctional football team. Alvin Kamara is back. I think we do a lot of dink and dunks, Taysom Hill, downfield, run.
As long as he fucking keeps the ball in a Saints receiver's hands this week.
That's the thing. You need Sean Payton to know what his team's limitations are. Taysom Hill is never going to be Drew Brees. He's never been Drew Brees. Neither is Trevor Siemian. It doesn't matter. And neither is Jameis Winston. So the problem is he has got to realize that. And if he doesn't want to, I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I don't like this game. You nailed it. Trash can game. Stay away.
Stay away. I'm with you. Up next, we have Seahawks Texans. Last time I looked, the Texans were, plus 8.5. I think that the Seahawks are probably going to have a run-heavy game against this Texans team. They're looking better. I don't know. I feel like, that's a stat that I wrote down. Seems like it could be a trap because it's happened in both games so many times. I believe the Texans have gone under in their last 8 games, and Seattle's gone under in their last 9, with the total sitting at 40.5. I feel like whenever you see that trend so fucking much, that it's like you're going to get the opposite of it anytime you bet on it. So I personally am not. I just wanted to throw that under statistic out there for anybody who might want to play it. But no, thank you. And Mills is starting, so
I was just looking at Tyrod off camera real quick to see if he was going to play. It is going to be Davis Mills. Look, this is my biggest concern. It looks so easy to tease Seattle. So easy. I want to put them in a teaser every which way with the Falcons, with the Ravens, with the Broncos, with the Rams. It doesn't matter. I want to tease the hell out of this game. It also scares the hell out of me that it looks that simple. Now, this is my issue. The last 11 games, Seattle has been out-yarded. No wonder they can't win football games. And every once in a while, they do win one. But now you want to lay over a touchdown on the road with this team? This looks stinky. I'm not saying I'm going to bet the Texans. This just looks like a probably just stay away type game. I can't imagine. If you're laying 8.5 on the road here, you might want to reevaluate your handicapping.
Just good luck to you, sir or madam. I will not be playing that. On a positive note, we have Lions and Broncos. I know you're a Broncos fan. We have the Lions with a tie and a win now. Congratulations to the Lions. You have the Broncos off a loss. I don't know if the Broncos right now should be laying 10.5 against anybody, but I also wouldn't trust the Lions to cover 10.5 right now either. Another game that I kind of drew just a trash can next to. This one was smaller because I was just kind of doodling. But it's just, this game's not doing it for me, Kelly. What are your thoughts here as a Broncos fan?
So as a Broncos fan, I think at 10, you're late to the party. If you still have the ability to tease this game, that's the way to do it. There's a lot of moving parts here, right? You've got Vic Fangio, one of the best defensive minds in the game, yet offensively, he makes me want to scream as a Broncos fan. So this gets very difficult. So to answer Megan's question, laying 10 with the Broncos is scary, but double-digit favorites in the NFL, hitting at over 70% this year.
You've been saying that all season, and it's like every time you say it, I'm like, man, maybe I should play them.
I played, again, all double-digit favorites to the under. So I played the Broncos under, I played the Packers under, and I played the Giants under this week. They were 3-0 again last week, and that's actually what saved me because I ended up on a bunch of junk late. Like doing things irresponsibly. Back to Denver. If you didn't hear the news, my favorite Broncos wide receiver of all time, Demaryius Thomas, passed away last night, and I think that there's going to be a pretty big memorial for him on Sunday, and I think that is going to be something that drives this Broncos team emotionally. Speaking of emotional, Lions off that big emotional win over a divisional rival, where all of a sudden in the 2-minute drill, Jared Goff looked like fucking Aaron Rodgers. So
like Jared Goff has he can have a little bit of spice now.
Every once in a while. But but for the most part, this is a lay it or don't play it type situation. But more importantly, bet that under. This is an under type game. This has 21-10 written all over it, Megan. Just take a nap on the couch.
That. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to watching that game by any means. Speaking of emotional, moving on to Giants Chargers. Not really emotional, but I do a radio show on Friday mornings. One of the guys I do it with is Jacob Hester, best LSU fullback ever, former Charger. And he actually likes the Giants and the points this week. And he said, Phillip Rivers always took it personal when he would play Eli and the Giants. The preparation for that game was just always a little different. We wanted to win it for Phil. Now that they're both gone, the dynamic is gone. So the matchup is loses a little juice. So Giants cover, but Chargers win. That's just a little emotional tidbit from former Charger, Jacob Hester. So yeah, and he also he's a big sports bettor, loves to bet. So he took the Giants and the points this week. I personally don't want anything to do with this game either. I have my luck with the Chargers, whether I'm betting against them or betting for them, it ends up I'm on the wrong side either way. I don't know why that is. Maybe I'm just picking them in the absolute worst spots, but I've kind of blacklisted myself from the Chargers, if you will. Just no luck there for me. And, I wish them the best, but I will no longer be putting money betting against or for the Chargers.
So the only thing I have good to say about the Giants, we know that Jake Fromm's going to be their starting quarterback. That's not great, is that there's not a lot of tape on him. The other thing is that they have a new coordinator. Now, that's about it. Gettleman's terrible. I don't love anything about this Giants offense. Now, when it was Danny Dimes, were they the best first quarter offense ever? Yeah, they'd go right out that opening drive and score a touchdown. The play here is, if you look at situations, you've got the Chargers off that big road win over the Bengals. Who do they play next week? Kansas City Chiefs. So I wonder if this is just a get by type of game, get in and get out with a win, and getting double digits here makes that intriguing. Obviously, they have a ton of COVID issues that everybody's talking about, which is already built into the line. Joey Bosa had a concussion last week. Has he been cleared to play? I need to double check that. So always double check the injury reports on Friday evening. See who practiced, see who didn't. Check Twitter, of course, as well. So that's where this gets a little difficult for me. I did, however, as I mentioned, played the under. Double-digit favorites to the under. Give me the under. I'm blindly playing those. I've been blindly playing them all season long.
The under. Do it for the under. Next up on the slate, we have Bills Bucks, and we already know I am the square public bettor. So I am on the Bucks minus the 3. It's back up to 3.5. I bought it down to 3 at minus 117, and I think it's now the Bills are plus 3.5 at minus 113. But you could have got the 3 earlier today with the Bucks if you had seen it at the right time. But look, as I said in a video, I think this is where the cream rises to the top, cream being Tom Brady. I think this Bills team they just look a little bit better on paper. Like they just haven't finished dry. They haven't been the Bills team that everyone's, buzz. I think Tom Brady goes out there and kind of puts Josh Allen in his place, maybe shows him who daddy is. And look, I know that you had the Bills playing the Patriots last week. The weather was the issue why the Bills lost. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe it was just the matter of being out coached by Bill Belichick in that type of weather. As I said, I'm the square. I'm the public. Tom Brady is here. Just heard that Bill Belichick got a win over this team. Not saying that. I mean, Tom Brady's just one guy, but I think he always hears what's happening up in Foxborough, and he likes to be better than that. So that is my take there. Bucks minus the 3. Kelly, have a feeling you like the Bills in this matchup.
I don't like anything about the Bills. Did you watch the game Monday night? If you can put pressure on Josh Allen, he is so screwed. And this is a pass rush for the Bucs, who has been very dominant at home. The math says bet the Bills. I made this a 1-point game. This says on a neutral field, it's basically a pick 'em. I'm not going to get to the windows necessarily on the Bucs plus 3.5, and I should, because that is a huge key number. As Megan stated, she got 3 and 3.5 is vastly different. I want to reiterate that to you guys over and over and over again, because I think it is very important to understand. Every part of my being should be rushing to the window and hammering that 3.5. My problem is all of the things I just said. You got the Bucs dominant at home. You've got the Bills off a loss. You've got the pass rush. You've got a really iffy Bills defense right now. I bet this team at 14-1 to win the Super Bowl, Megan, and I don't know where that team is because I haven't seen them in weeks. So if you're going to make me pick, I'll take the 3.5, and I'm going to hate myself the entire game when it's 24-7 Bucs in the first half, and I'm going, well, that was really stupid, wasn't it? That math, you sure got it. But I have to remind myself that is what I'm doing long term. I'm betting numbers, not teams. So reluctantly, probably come Sunday morning, I'm going to be on the Bills.
All
Yay.
Right. Betting numbers, not teams. So I really want to know your thoughts on 49ers. Bengals, you have Bengals catching points at home. I am not playing this game because I feel like this just says, hey, Bengals, take me. But I feel like San Fran has been very shifty. I don't know what to expect out of the San Francisco team. I feel like you really don't know what you're going to get. Like you're putting money on a team where they could show up, they could lay an egg. Personally, as I said, I lean towards the Bengals. I'm not betting it. What's your play here?
I'm totally kicking myself, Megan. I wanted to bet this one on Wednesday. It was +1. I was like, oh, we'll see it get higher. Everybody's going to bet the Bengals and a bounce back situation. Nope. Boom. San Fran -1.5. I hate it. In theory, this is how I see this game playing out. It'll be like a last second win by either team. So I'm going to stay away. But you got the 49ers who want to stay in the NFC West playoff race, right? They've got to have a big game here. The defense, they've been great at allowing the 5th fewest passing yards. Cincinnati. Burrow makes bad decisions when he's forced, right? Then he turns the ball over. I don't know. This is a tough one. T. Higgins. I know Jamar Chase has been getting a lot of hate. Maybe he can step up this game. This is just not a game. This is a trash can to me because it's a trash can line. I think it's going to be a great game. And I could see going to overtime and either side being able to squeak out a win. So for me, it is a no play, but we'll see.
Yep. Okay. Love that we're on the same page there. No play. Last game that we're going to talk about today before we quickly run over our Rough and Rowdy card. Again, by Rough and Rowdy. We have Bears at the Packers. You have the Packers laying 12.5. But as you said, we know those double-digit favorites. But there's a catch, isn't there? What was the catch on the double-digit favorites?
Well, the double-digit favorites just themselves has been cashing at an incredible rate this year. Double-digit favorites to the under is almost 76% on the season. I just pulled up my nerd chart. I'll tweet it out on Twitter here later on. But it is absolutely incredible. Look, I love divisional underdogs, Megan. I really want to back the Bears here. I'm not going to do it. This Bears team has been decimated all season long. Even as bad as this Packers defense is, something stupid is going to happen, whether it's Andy Dalton or Justin Fields. Sounds like it's going to be Justin Fields. Last week, I got on the Bears really late. My buddy was like, look, this is such a Joe's Pros type game, Kelly. The Bears could have won that game. What was Andy Dalton doing? He literally made me want to break my TV.
I feel like that's like classic Andy Dalton though, right?
Yeah, no, it is. And it's like his potential level is so much higher than his actual execution level, and it's so frustrating. Now, I'm not going to lay the points with the Packers here because the Packers have been terrible as double-digit favorites, though they did beat the crap out of the Lions this season. I think this is just going to be a dead under game because that's what the system says to play, so I played it. Could I see the Bears getting a backdoor cover? Sure, absolutely. That's if they don't throw an interception or a pick six.
I will not be playing this game. I think that 12.5 might just be a little too much. I feel like that back door literally could be wide open. The Bears, again, they have talent on that team. It just they don't really know how to use it or utilize it, and it just doesn't seem to ever really come together. So yeah, no play there for me. And we'll be back on Monday, obviously, to talk about that Monday Night Football, which is Rams Cardinals, and I'll again give you a sneak peek. I'm on the Rams money line, and if you like
Let's go.
you go on over to the Barstool Sportsbook. You opt in. It's $30 this week. Win or lose, you get a beanie. There's 6 different colors. They're super cute and cool for all the guys out there. So yeah. But real quick, we have Rough and Rowdy tonight, as I've mentioned 3 separate times. I don't know if you've got to watch any of the
it's hilarious. I
face-to-face.
cannot.
Okay.
The amount of comments and video, I just can't.
All right. So up first for the final card, or what is it called? Like the real card. My brain.
The main event.
Main event card. There we go. Okay, we got Crazy Bird and the Plumber. Crazy Bird's the one that was like, they're like, is that Marty's like, is that your mom? And he's like, no, that's my fiance.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
So Crazy Bird versus the Plumber. I'm thinking Crazy Bird by decision. You can do by knockout, by decision, all of that fun stuff on the Play Barstool app, which is really fun.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Plumber by decision.
All right, the Plumber by decision. I'm going Crazy Bird by decision. Let's see. It says rounds too. So obviously rounds. I'm gonna say they're gonna go 3 rounds. What do you say? It's 1, 2, 3, obviously.
I don't know. 3 rounds is hard.
It is hard, but they're from
I'm gonna
West
go 2
Virginia.
rounds. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're gonna
How
go
many
2
beers
rounds?
are these guys allowed to drink before the fights?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
You're gonna go. You said 2 rounds.
I'll go 2 rounds.
All right. So you have Shizat and Scarface. So Shizat is 3-2-1, and Scarface is 18-1, and he holds a belt.
Imagine fighting in Rough and Rowdy 19 times.
It's a fucking badass right there, which means I'm gonna go Scarface by knockout.
He's a huge favorite, obviously.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go Scarface knockout round 2. What are you thinking?
Same side.
Same side, round 2?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
If he makes it, if the other guy makes it out of round 1, I would not have agreed to that fight. That sounds terrible.
Then you have Slap for Cash, who's 0-1, and then you have Vito, who's 3-1. Looks like Vito's kind of the smaller
heavyweights.
guy. Huh?
The heavyweights.
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and do. There's no headgear, so people are getting knocked the fuck out. So I'm gonna go Vito by knockout. He's been here before. I don't know if Slap for Cash is gonna get knocked out, but big boys fall hard. I'm gonna go ahead and
big boys fall hard. They also hit harder. The heavyweights, though, I will say from watching UFC and boxing, very rarely knock each other out. And I'm not sure what the actual science is behind that.
I don't know. Serious. No idea. I'm gonna say though he's gonna knock him out in round 2. Okay. They're gonna be tired as fuck.
Well, yeah, they're gonna be tired.
Just exhausted. Then we got this is my favorite fight of the night, obviously, besides the Jersey Jerry and Nadu fight. Hot Wheels versus Cherry Bomb. I'm obsessed with fucking Cherry Bomb.
She's insane.
She's a nutball. I fucking love her. I think she's been talking that shit. I don't think she gets a knockout.
Did you see her shove her at the presser? I was like, dude, that would have been the fight would have been on right there. You shoved me like that. Like, I don't care who you are. We're throwing down right here, right now.
So I'm going Cherry Bomb by decision. And obviously that's going to be 3 rounds there.
Okay.
What do you want? You want Hot Wheels or Cherry Bomb?
No, I got to take Cherry Bomb.
You got to take Cherry Bomb. She obviously.
Is she going to knock her out though? I don't know.
I don't think she's going to knock. I think it's going to be a hard fought fight. And then obviously we have the main event. We know that you're not going to fucking back Jeff Nadu. I am not, because why would I? And he also doesn't have sideburns. I found that out today.
Well, that's just because he has a bad toupee, obviously. I tweeted that, and Twitter literally said that. They're like, Kelly, that looks like a rug or whatever they call a bad toupee. This is glued to his head. Hopefully use Gorilla Glue.
Something, because Jerry's about to knock it the fuck off. I'm going to go Jersey Jerry. I'm going to go knockout. And I'm actually going to go round 3, because I think Nadu is going to try to fucking run around the ring and just prolong it so it doesn't look like he's that big of a bitch.
Yeah, but you can't do that. Like, sure, then they just call it, don't they? They don't let you puss out.
No, I don't know. It's with it being Jeff and Jerry, I don't know what to expect. So
Because just like they don't let you like fight against the ropes, like they make you like stand
they
up.
make you fight, yeah. So, but I feel like he's just gonna try to just be slimy fucking Nadeau and like with all the gel. And is he gonna be able to wear the gel or is
So
that
wait,
like
in all seriousness, if Jerry wins this fight, he's done forever. Like I never have to hear this guy's name ever again.
I don't know what the exact terms and agreements are, but I know.
I mean, I just feel like I need that in
can't go
writing.
back in the building or something. I'm not really sure. All I know is that buy Rough and Rowdy tonight. Obviously, there's other fights and other programs, and I personally am invested in Dustin Poirier. I have been for a long time. So stay hydrated and win the fucking fight. You have Viva La Troops. Don't forget that. Very, very important. And then obviously for the 6th time, buy R&R. Like you have to do it. I'm gonna make some fun snacks. I'm gonna be probably.
I'm gonna be at dinner with like 12 people for a birthday party, and I'm just gonna buy it on my iPad.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Just put it in the middle of the dinner table and be like,
that would
"Hey,
be
I know that there's other things going on, but we have to watch this fight." I probably won't watch the others. Maybe I'll watch Hot Wheels and Cherry Bomb. But like,
yeah, if not, I'll just video it for you and I'll just send it to you while you're at dinner, so you can be like,
bootleg.
All right, y'all. We will see you on Monday. Buy R&R. Go bet with the troops so you can get some donations. Rams money line, $30 opt-in. I don't know about Kelly and your parlay. Since
Washington football team plus 4.5. Producer Mr. Jack McCarthy is going to put some stuff for me together. As far as the exclusive tab, I believe we are going to move the stool, Washington football team money line, and the over. So we'll see how it goes. He's supposed to send me that soon. I will tweet that out, but it might already be up on the Barstool exclusive tab. These are things I should ask. Jake in the comments loves Jack. Every single one of his comments is always like, Jack. I'm
happy I can see the comments now, or maybe I'm not. Either way,
and we didn't lose you today.
I closed 47 tabs because I'm an idiot, but that's the way my brain works. I have 47 tabs open right now. Speaking of which, I gotta go pick up my son from school so he doesn't have to go to aftercare. Love you guys. We'll see you on Monday. Have a great winning weekend and bye Rough and Rowdy.
Hi, sorry, I was doing the show.
That's fine. So your mom's vanity thing didn't fit.